do fear that that's AI is the new babe, that's a wig. Believe it or not, I had this video scripted about a year ago and then just kind of scrapped it, never really got around to filming it, kept pushing it to the bottom of the to be filmed list. And no time than now seemed better or more appropriate to finally sit down and film it. Let's talk about AI inspo photos, especially when you're going to the salon to get your hair done. If you are new here, hi, I'm Mo. I'm a hairstylist with over a decade of experience behind the chair. I am now a studio suite owner and still work behind the chair actively. I wanted to sit down and talk about AI inspo photos, especially as they come into the salon more and more these days. And as a resident zillennial, more millennial leaning 30-year-old woman who still loves Pinterest, hi, I know I have a problem. More and more, the feed, especially on Pinterest, has become AI generated photos. It's becoming more and more common now for people to bring in like a TikTok or someone's feed on Instagram or something else as inspo for a service. But for the people who still go to Pinterest for their hair inspo photos, I've been seeing more and more AI generated images coming in as the reference material. Now, this isn't like a new craze. I mean, it's new in the sense of AI being the focus, but this isn't a new phenomenon in the salon world of something that's not somebody's real hair being the inspo for a service. It used to be wigs. People would bring in pictures of specifically like Khloe Kardashian or Kylie Jenner and want that hair. And the comeback would always be, oh, well, that's a wig. Okay, it shouldn't matter that it's a wig. You're a hairstylist. Let's dissect the image together. I've never been someone who turns my nose up to a reference photo not being genuine hair. Hell, I've had someone bring in a cartoons photo before. The problem's not the inspo photo. And as much as I hate that AI is becoming more and more prominent, that's a whole other discussion for a whole other video. This message goes out to other stylists. This message goes out to clients. I'm sick of the narrative of that's not real hair, so I can't replicate that. That's your job. That's your job, babe. That's your job. By the end of this video, I hope we have a very clear understanding of how you can break down an AI generated photo that a client brings in and be able to give them a realistic expectation of what an end goal would be. I'm a firm believer that is a cop out to say, oh, that's AI. Oh, that's a wig. Oh, that's a cartoon. Girl, your job's to do hair. So go back to your fundamentals of cosmetology school and create the hair. When it comes to using AI source material, again, I don't condone it, but if it's coming into your chair and someone pulls up a photo and it's AI, or they use one of those like AI filter things where it gives them different hairstyles, don't just write it off as, oh, that's AI. I can't do that. No, what you're going to do instead is go back to basics and do a very thorough consultation. And I mean thorough. So first, you're going to obviously compliment the photo. Don't lie. Like if you don't think it'll work for them, tell them. But if it's something that does look very flattering, be like, oh, okay, that's gorgeous. What do you like about this image? If it's a generated photo of themselves, it's usually like, oh, my eyes look so whatever. I look 10 years younger. I look this, I look that. Listen to what they're telling you. Those are the pain points they're currently experiencing. And whatever they currently have with their hair is not removing that pain point or that fear from their mind. So if they say, oh, I look younger. Okay, make a note of that in your mind. They say, oh, my skin looks blah, blah, blah. Okay, make a note of that in your mind. Yes, you're a hairstylist. You're not a magician, but there's things you can still do and moments you can take out of that conversation to apply to the result you give them. Next, okay, if I'm hearing you correctly, you like this image because it makes you look younger. What about the hair in this image is making you feel you look younger? Redirect the conversation to the hair, because 9 times out of 10, if someone's bringing in like a photo of themselves that's AI generated with a specific look, they're more focused on their face in it, which is always going to be super face tuned. Now, if it's not a photo of them at all, again, same questions of, oh, what is it that you like about this photo? I really like the haircut. Okay, cool. What about the cut do you like? I like the layers. I like the bangs. I like blah, 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 whatever. Okay, awesome. So when you're showing me this photo, is your goal today to maintain your color you have and just achieve a cut that looks more like this? Or are you interested in changing something with the color? What I'm noticing looking at this photo, these layers make the hair look fuller through this part because there's more dimension. Or I think it's a beautiful haircut. It would achieve XYZ goal that you're looking for, but it might require a little more styling in the morning. How much time are you willing to spend on your hair in the morning? How comfortable are you blowing out your hair every day? How comfortable are you using this hot tool every day, every other day, every whatever? Break down the photo from, oh, I like this, but then also how does it fit within your client's life. From there, you just make more fine-tuned decisions. Okay, so your hair is here today. We want to maintain the length, but give you more of this shape. Is that correct? Always reconfirm what you went over in the consultation. I never want to hear a stylist say, I can't do that because it's AI. I can't do that because it's a wig. I can't do that because it's not real. Okay, but what's the realistic expectation that you can set? Figure out what it is they like and then reverse engineer how you have to get there. And, make sure you give room for pause. Like, don't just throw information at them. Collaborate, communicate. Also, let them know what the maintenance is going to look like with that. Oh, with this color, I want to see you back here in 6 weeks for a gloss and maybe a dusting. Give them a realistic expectation of not only what today's appointment will look like, but future appointments and maintenance moving forward if they're looking to maintain the style. And always end with a closing consultation. Say, okay, looking at this, do you believe we achieved XYZ goal today? Why not? Give them space to communicate with you and tell you what they want. The quick answer should never be, I can't do that because it's AI. Now, if it's something that you're just not comfortable with or you're not well versed in with your skill set, just be honest and say that. Say, oh, I think that's an amazing photo. Unfortunately, that's not something I think I can achieve today. However, I can refer you to XYZ stylist who specializes in this haircut. If you're willing to work with me, I will learn how to do this. And if you're okay, while I'm still learning, for me to do it on you, would you be open to that? There's always room for a bigger conversation, but it should never just be shot down as like, that's not real. No, you're a hairstylist. You're an artist. You're a creative. Inspiration photos are simply that, inspiration. You don't need to copy paste, put the exact same thing on someone's head. You want to get as close to it as possible, but the expectation should never be that you're going to fully replicate something that's not even real to begin with. Today's video was a little rambly. If you're a stylist watching this, have you seen more AI photos coming into the salon recently? And if you're a client, have you ever brought a photo to a stylist and been shot down because it's a wig, it's AI, it's not real? How did that make you feel in the moment? Be honest. I'd love to chat about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you like these little more off the cuff rambly videos. I didn't really have a script today. I just kind of was rolling off the noggin. Subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. I upload every Sunday here on this channel. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you in the next one.